Okay, we're continuing to talk about the Heilige Rebbe Melech from Lizensk. There's so much to talk about, and we don't know enough what to say. But we should daven that we should try our best to improve the way we go about things in our service of Hashem. The Rebbe Melech was very humble, and this is an attribute that we should try to find and work on, because humility is one of the best traits, our sages say. It's famous in the Igeres Ramban, should be the Tova Mikol Midas Tovas. The Nava, humility, is the best of all the good traits. And it's very interesting how the Rebbe Melech approached himself. He saw himself, we know he was a great and holy tzaddik, and he saw himself as the worst sinner. He would say that, why do people come to him to ask, to tell him about their problems? He would say, because it's his fault that his sins caused these problems. Another thing that he would say, that they must make just a special hell just for him for all of his sins. This is how humble the Rebbe Melech was. And when him and his brother would travel, and they went incognito, and they would stay in different people's houses. People don't know who they were. There was one time they were staying in the kitchen somewhere behind the stove, in an inn, and there was a guy came in and was drunk and started beating up the Rebbe Zisha, and then again he came back and was beating him up again, and then the Rebbe Melech said, you know what, let's change clothes. He'll beat me up instead of you. And then they come in, they're like, we beat this guy up enough. Let's beat him up. But again they beat up the Rebbe Zisha. He said, when it's coming to, it's coming to. That's what he said. Anyway, it was the Rebbe Zisha who brought the Rebbe Melech to Hasidus. Anyway, they would stay in different houses, and sometimes they would be in someone's house, and the Rebbe Melech would say, Melech, Melech, Melech did this, Melech did that. Meaning I did this sin and that sin, and they would overhear him in the next room or upstairs or wherever, saying, I did this sin, that sin, and it would be whatever this other guy was doing.